So let's dwell on the message of our acharyas, and we pray at their lotus feet to bestow their mercy so we can grasp those points. We are reading from Simanaha Siksa, splendid instructions to our mind by Raghunath Das Goswami and our current acharyas. We are reading on text number 2, commentary by Bhakti Vigyan Goswami Maharaj. Beginning from the second verse, he explains step by step what should we do. The first step Raghunath Das gives is to his mind is, O mind, give up attachment to dharma and adharma. Give up attachment to following religious principles and non-following of religious principles. Although this is seemingly paradoxical statement, Bhaktivinoda Thakur resolves these contradictions. On the one hand, we are told to follow the principle of dharma, and we promise our Guru that we will follow the four regulative principles. Yet, on the other hand, we are told, well, give it up. All this is nonsense. Sarva dharman parityaja mak ekam sharanam braja. Bhagavad Gita, 1866. Even if you are an absolute ignoramus, you can still go back to Krishna. Even if you are a mlecha and have nothing to do with Brahminical culture, you can still go back because these things are unimportant. Yet it is easy to become confused whether dharma is important or unimportant. We may oscillate from one extreme to the other. Vedic culture, Haribol, when this word comes, my childhood comes right in front of my eyes. What was that culture? True culture is so important because it actually reflects the laws of the spiritual world. I was just dwelling. What is this? You know, in my village, some part of our people, they used to just make the earthen pot. That's all the business. And their descendants accept the same occupation. Very simple life. All these homes, I remember my home, everything, walls and the floors, put it with the cow dung. So in the winter it picked warm, in the summer it picked cool. There was no concrete floor, no marble, no granite. Very simple, like a hut. That if it's flown down by the hurricane, you are not getting disappointed. Oh, what I'm gonna do? You can create the hut. I remember at that time even very less amount of money. If somebody was cutting the hair, the whole descendant, I remember that they will accept that occupation of their family tradition. They were not looking for something new. They were completely happy with what they have. Greatest example I still remember, that people who depend on the farming and sometimes by the laws of nature. If we have not done cumulative bad things, result we'll have to face it. So no rain come, no that much crop come. People were satisfied. I remember that if somebody has to get their daughter married And that season particularly, there was no crop. I used to heard that, well, this year we don't have a good crop, so we cannot do wonderful marriage. We will do next year. They were completely dependent on the God. Even though we may not say it, we try to become dependent artificially. But the Vedic culture was such a nice way it was built that they were completely dependent. So this is the reason it says that accept dharma, reject dharma. We have to go beyond. It should become, dharma should become a part of our life. So in that sense, our Acharya says, reject the dharma, go beyond. What is the topmost thing we can do? Is surrender completely through the mind, words, and body to the message of Krishna. That is the real dharma. So this is very nice. The principle of Brahmanical culture, strictly speaking, are not just some fanciful conventions. These are profound laws that help us tune into the right mode, which is very important because the laws of the spiritual world is to always be in the right mode, the basis of which is to surrender to God. Every step of the life, nobody was envy about somebody. Right now, people, if the neighbor bought the Tesla car, the neighbor burn in their heart, when can I get the Tesla? At that time, the person who just repair the shoes on the street, how much is that investment? Less than 200 rupees. They don't have to pay the rent. They just sit on the side of the street fixing the shoes, and they used to live. And there was nothing that they hold some grudge against the rich people or anything. What was there in the inner mood? They accept what God was given to them. That is the main surrendering principle. Every step of our life, if we learn this principle, it will help us to remember Krishna at all the time, because this material world is keep on changing. So when some circumstances change in our life, every day so many changes are coming. If we just accept it, this is given by Krishna, you will remember Krishna. So in that sense, not just putting the tilak, wearing the dhoti and kurta, speaking nice philosophy will not lead us to the lotus feet of Krishna. We need to internally, externally try to surrender to the laws of God and have complete faith. Exhibit in your life that you are dependent on Krishna. That's Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given the sixth principle of surrender. Dedicate yourself so that you have dedicated your life. Then you will see Krishna will take care of everything so nicely and beautifully. Wonderful message to be dwell upon. Simplify the life, live pure life. And other thing I remember my childhood, that we never used to get the wheat, we call the bhakri in Gujarati, like a little thick chapati. We have to eat the millet rotla, juar rotla or bajre. Only we have the wheat when we have a guest. What does it mean? That they were taking austerity themselves, but they are willing to give something better to other people that they were not enjoying themselves. That's humility. We said that don't expect anything from somebody but give full respect. That's respect. That's culture. I remember we cannot have these uh, wheat chapatis unless we have a guest in our house. What a nice culture we have. And we left behind, came after the money in US. We are so lucky. My spiritual master used to say that you have come for the money, but now you are lucky that Krishna is giving himself to you. Take it seriously. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.